Hey, what's up, everybody? This is John Evans, and you're watching another episode of Mid-Mod Money, the show that teaches you how to buy and sell vintage items for a profit. Hey, thanks for watching today's episode. Wow. Tuning in to today's we have a great thrift store haul to show you. Well, it's a good thrift store haul. It's a good haul. For the average person, this would be an amazing thrift store haul. For me, personally, it was a good, solid, workmanlike haul that I will put my name behind. I will rubber stamp this episode as a great a good to great thrift store haul. And since we're talking about reputation, remember to hit that like button. That's key. We haven't talked about that, but I want to say this time in the video, you should hit that like button because that's what triggers the algorithm that will make me a YouTube celebrity. So do that, and let's get to this week's haul, which is a good, as we've covered, is a good haul. First thing I found was this at Christian Crossing in Maryland, Oakland, Maryland. This beautiful glass owl, very heavy. This was $4.50. So, you know, that's not nothing. That's an up pay, I feel like, $4.50, but I know that these glass owls will go from 16 to 20 bucks if they're nice. This one is. Can't really say the date or the maker, you know. Owls were huge in the 70s. We can make our assumptions from there. They're still popular now, but this one appears to be older. And I'm going to say it's worth 17 bucks. Cut it right in the middle. 16, 18, we'll just settle on 17. Next thing I found, and by the way, owl, number one in the hierarchy of sellable collectible animals. We've been over this. You know it's going to sell, so you're not going to leave it in the store, buy it, it'll sell. Next thing I found was this. Froggy went a-courtin' and he did ride. Look at him. It's a frog playing the banjo. Yes, the highly sought after frog playing the banjo. Now this is a planter, right? From the 60s, probably, based on the color and the look. And the bottom, which doesn't look that old, but it's got no major marks or anything, no maker's marks. So this is, you know, nothing fancy, nothing you'd take to Antiques Roadshow, but for $2.50, I took it home with me. And keep that in mind, like a frog planter from the 60s is worth 12, 14 bucks. A frog playing the banjo, however, adds to the value because now you got a banjo collector thinking, oh, I got to have that frog planter playing that banjo. So this makes it more of a 16 to 18, probably somewhere in that range. Very unusual planter. All right, now speaking of unusual, man, this next thing is a true rarity, and I'm excited to bring it to you because I've never seen one. I assume you probably haven't either. And this is the item in question. This beautiful wall decor from the late 70s, early 80s. Yeah, take it in, deal with it. Deal with this, that this exists. These sesame seeds are sewn on. They're like faux leather, all stitched, kind of foamy, right? Beautiful cheeseburger. It serves no purpose other than pure whimsy, as we like to say. And whimsy sells, you know. If you have something of two things and they're the same topic, the whimsical one will sell because it's just unusual. And this one is made by a company called R Berries. R Berries is the company that made those little statues that say, I love you this much and world's greatest grandma. If you see those R Berries, those sell between 5 and 10 bucks. But you see them in thrift stores everywhere. Sometimes, you know, as low as 50 cents, 75 cents. But look at, this was $3 at Nearly New in Oakland, Maryland. Shout out to them. $3. I almost fell over when I saw this. And I'm going to say it's worth probably $30 to $35. Should I choose to sell? This is the kind of thing that I kind of collect. Unusual, weird stuff. I like to hang on to it because I know it's got value. All right. Next thing I found were these two, and I should warn you, I've tried to record this video once already, and when I bring these into the camera, it gets real dark, like they're possessed or something. But I think it's because they're white, so it does something with the lighting. So I'll show them to you, but it's gonna look like I'm in a Phantom of the Opera thing in about 3 seconds when I bring this up. Watch this. I did not do anything with the lighting. But if I take it away, we're back. So, haunted, perhaps? I don't know. We've all seen these masquerade masks. These were on every girl's bedroom in the 1980s. These things were everywhere. One of these is from a store in San Francisco. The other one is signed. That's why I bought them. And I only paid $3.50 for the pair. So I think I'm going to get $27 on these masquerade. Oh, it didn't do it that time. Well, now the powers know I'm exploiting them. See, what is going on? I don't know, but let's get those out of here. Jeez, I don't even feel comfortable now. Next thing I found was this. Look at this. Anybody know what this is? Anybody? It's a vintage tripod. Yep. From the 1960s. Look at this. Cool metallic blue. Has all its tips on the end. I did a deep dive on vintage tripods, and that's why I bought it, because it had this vintage blue, and I've never seen one. And this was $3, and these pyramid vintage tripods, especially in the colored metallic colors, $30. So I snatched this up for $3. I'm going to try to sell this for $27. Another idea is, a long time ago I was at an antique mall, and a guy had a vintage tripod like this with a camera with one of those silver thing for the flash, the little round silver, and the whole thing set up with the camera on there looked insanely good. So I was thinking about maybe finding a camera, putting it on there, and I don't know, doing it that way. But vintage tripods, you'd never think that that's a topic. I'll tell you what you would think is a topic of value is, vintage Pyrex. We do this every other week, don't we? Where we find some vintage, table for two. This is a blue and a tan. I think they might call this one cornflower. I need to brush up on my vintage Pyrex patterns, because one of these days I'm going to give away something for way less than what it's worth. But this was $3, this was $4. Again, Christian Crossing, $3, $4. I think I'm looking at 16 and 18. The bigger one probably $18, maybe 20. I don't know, but pretty good off 7. And you know the vintage Pyrex sells, especially if you have a booth. If you have a booth at an antique mall, you just set the Pyrex in and it will sell. All right, we're down to our last thing, our closer. I'm excited about this because when I saw it, I knew exactly what it was. And it was this. Boy, the drink carrier craze has not stopped. People love the glasses in the drink carriers, the vintage glasses. Look at these. I don't know that those are hand painted, but I know they're from the 60s. You can tell the little wooden ball. This is all original. This little plastic, all original. This was $16.99. $16.99. So let's face it, gone are the days when you can find this for $6 or $7. So when you see something like this, even if it's 20, you have to get it. You cannot leave it there. That is probably a $60, $65 set of glasses. All of it's intact, perfect condition, not missing anything, no loss of paint. No one ever put that in the dishwasher. This is as good as it gets at a Goodwill store. So people ask, why do I round up? Because where else are you going to find this stuff? So let's look at everything. It was, like I said, not an unbelievable haul, but a good, solid haul. I spent $40 when it's all said and done. eBay, my booths at the antique malls, Facebook Marketplace, I'm looking at 228 off of 40, which is not bad. And you can do it too. Anyone can do it. I have a small car. I try to make that work. One of the things you can do, keep watching the show Mid Mod Money on YouTube, and remember, always round up.